Hi, good morning. We're here with Jackie Thomson from Jacqueline's of Beverley. How you doing, Jackie?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yes, really well, thank you. Appreciate you taking the time out with us this morning. So if you could start with us in terms of telling us a bit of background really about who you are, what it is that you do, and how long you've been doing it for, please.
Okay. My name's Jackie, and I am the owner of Jacqueline's of Beverley, which is a bridal boutique, obviously in Beverley, which is in East Yorkshire. Beautiful little market town.
Indeed.
I know.
Yeah, one of my
Started.
favorite places.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's like a little mini York. It's a really nice place to come out for a day. Lots of eateries, plenty to do, nice shops, independence. Um, Started the business in 1999, so it's our 25th anniversary next year. Um, Basically, my early career was in criminal law, which was challenging, thoroughly enjoyable. However, sort of hit 30 and thought, can I see myself doing this for the rest of my career, potentially to 65? The answer was no. So had a really long think, talked to my husband, family members, and basically decided to set up my own business um, as a bridal shop. Very challenging. Lots of people thought I was crazy.
Making that leap.
Absolutely. My mum was sort of, you spent all these years studying and you're going to walk away from it. But I knew in my heart of hearts it was the right thing for me to do. And yeah, went from there, started very small scale in a spare bedroom from home. After 6 months, got very small premises. A year later, moved on to bigger premises, and a couple of years after that, moved on to bigger and better. And then the opportunity came up. I think 15 years ago, for a premises in Beverley that was actually a house.
Wow.
And decided to take the plunge, applied for change of use, bought the premises, and we are still there today.
Excellent. So congratulations on 25 years in business and making it this far. So what makes you different, would you say, from other bridal shops out there? What makes you unique?
I think one of the things I would have to say is experience.
Mhm.
Um, Over the years, I've seen so many bridal shops come and go, and I think the general view of running a bridal shop is, oh, how lovely. You're dealing with, beautiful dresses, gorgeous accessories, but it is a business like any other business. We have our own in-house alterations team, which I think from the bride's point of view um, is a real benefit, because having that journey to finding your wedding dress to actually going down the aisle it's huge. There are fittings, there are alterations. We have brides whose weight fluctuates for all sorts of
Yeah,
reasons, medications, and knowing that you have got that team behind you that is going to look after you every step of the way, so that come the big day, everything is going to be perfect. We have really good relationships with our designers. We also offer bespoke elements to your dresses, changing colours, adapting design, adding sleeves, lots of different things that allow a bride to make that dress really individual to her.
yeah, great. Sounds if I was to buy a dress, I'd think I'd want to
Excellent.
come to
That's
your
what we
shop
want
based on that
to hear.
description.
That's
Thank you for
what
that.
we want to
How
hear.
how big's your team?
There are three of us all together.
Brilliant.
We work really well together, and we sort of have this unspoken communication, whereby each of us knows what needs to be done at a certain time, or and it's just fabulous having that working relationship where you can really depend on each other.
How have you built that, do you think? Is that over time? Have they been there a long time?
Yes. It's I think it's having respect for each other as well. I think that's one of the things that sometimes businesses lack is respect for their employees. And I don't like calling them employees. They're part of the team. No one of us is superior to the other. And if one isn't pulling the weight, it reflects on the other two. So we all work so well together, and we are just such a team.
Brilliant.
Communication, I think, is one of the main things.
Yeah, great stuff. So the 25 years so far, I'm sure you've seen a few ups and downs in that time, just with general state of economy and things that happen from outside controls. How would you describe your business journey to date?
A roller coaster, I think. I think any business starting, it is always hard. You have to really commit 100% in every aspect. I mean, we had issues when 9/11 happened, because literally everything stopped. A lot of our dresses come from American designers. Well, of course, flights in and out of the States were suspended, and containers were being checked. So the hold up on that was really worrying, and I thought nothing could have surpassed that. But then obviously COVID-19 happened, and that was just, yeah. But I mean, things such as the advent of the internet. When I started my business 25 years ago, that wasn't a thing.
Game
You had the yellow pages, and if you wanted something, you went to the yellow pages and you looked in the correct section, and you rang that person up and you made an appointment, you went. So it's not just the business elements that have changed over that time, it's the technology. And being of that age, I found that very difficult to sort of try and get my head round communication that was predominantly not face-to-face or verbal. So that's been a challenge. I think for people starting a business now, they've gone through school with that technology and are completely au fait with it, and it's just an integral part of their life, which they can then transfer through into the business. Whereas for businesses that are long established, that's been a really steep learning curve.
Good share. Thank you for that. So what does the future look like then, as far as you can see it, and any challenges that you're looking to overcome that you can foresee, or those next steps of improvement that you want to make?
I think you're always striving to be better. Not necessarily to achieve more. I think in 25 years I am sort of roughly where I want to be. My reputation is good, my business is solid. I have really good working relationships with my team, my designers, but I think it's maintaining that quality. I think some businesses, when they attain a level, sit back. And I think in any business, you can't afford to sit back. You have to keep maintaining those levels of servicing quality that you've striven so hard to achieve. I think TikTok is one of the things that I'm going to have to really look at for the future. I mean, having sort of not mastered Instagram, but yeah, I'm there with Instagram. TikTok is the next thing, and then I'm sure after that there's going to be something else. So yeah, I think going forward, any business, main advice is don't sit on your laurels.
Sure thing. Yeah, you have to get out your comfort zone quite a few times, I think, to embrace the growth and improvements that you seek to make.
Yeah, yeah.
Good stuff. So in terms of a lesson that you've learned, if there's one you could pick out so far on your journey to date in business, what would that be?
Never assume anything. Check, double check, and always be prepared.
Excellent. Sound like Cub Scout there.
Absolutely. I think,
Yeah.
you know, another thing that I would say is listen to advice. You know, I think even when you've been in business a long time, there's a lot of things that you can learn, and people can give you advice. I don't necessarily say you have to take that advice, but listen to it and take the pieces that are relevant to you from it. You know, it's very easy to think that everything you're doing is correct, and you can sometimes become a little bit blinkered. Take the blinkers off, listen to other people, and also surround yourself with people that have been there, experienced it, and listen to the pitfalls that they've found. And that can be a way of avoiding things. So in short, don't think you know it all.
Brilliant. Another great share. Thank you very much for that. So what inspires you to do what you do? Could be your customers, your team around, your family, anything you read or listen to, anything like that. Feel free to share inspiration that you have or use.
Brides always inspire me because every single bride is individual. You have literally ranging from the absolute classic, elegant, very traditional, to those brides that really want to get out there and, you know, sort of express themselves in all different ways. Museums, I love museums. Anytime I go to a museum, I will always head for the costume gallery. I was in Florence a couple of years ago at the Uffizi, and they had the most amazing costume gallery in there with, you know, sort of boned corsetry from the Renaissance. And it just amazed me how, you know, going from 400-500 years ago right up to the modern day, how lots of those elements of that design we're still using today, you know, and incorporating that into really modern, on-trend clothing. So yeah, that inspires me. Lots of things. I mean, even at the moment, you know, sort of just the dog. I'm surprised you can't see him. Actually, he usually keep popping up.
Not seen him yet.
Have you not seen him? You know, taking the dog out, the leaves at the moment are just incredible. You know, the colours. You know, so I think you can take inspiration from lots of, you know, really everyday things. You know, whether it's sounds quite cheesy, you know, a flower, the leaves, you know, feathers, you know, just all different things. It's there every day if you look for it.
Definitely appreciating that abundance, I guess, that's around you if you choose to look at it and your point of view on it, really. So I like that, really like that. So in terms of summary then and kind of letting us know about any latest news that you may have for the business, or if it's a case of sharing where we can find you on social, online, feel free to do that.
Okay. Well, upcoming events, we have got what we call, or we are calling, White Week. For me, Black Friday just sounds really, really gloomy. Black anything in relation to weddings, I just think, no. So we have decided we are holding White Week, which is going from the 20th of November to the 4th of December. And we are going to be having 10% off any individually ordered dress sort of bespoke to you, or alternatively we have got lots of off the rail dresses, which are starting from £199, because we have our new collections which are coming in for spring summer next year, so we need to be making some space. So there's going to be some fab bargains going on. We are at the Manor Rooms wedding event this coming Sunday, which is the 19th, teaming up with lots of other industry experts. There's florists, photographers, caterers, all different things. So that would be a great event if people wanted to pop down and see us there. Instagram, we are Jacqueline's of Beverley. We are at 19 New Walkergate in Beverley in East Yorkshire.
Fantastic. Jackie, it's been an absolute pleasure talking with you. Thank you for sharing all that you have, and I wish you all the best for the next 25 years in business.
Thank you. Oh, dear. That doesn't bear thinking about.
Brilliant. Thanks, Jackie.
All right, thanks for having me, Mike.